Welcome everyone, and thanks for joining us for today's episode of Canal Days, what life is like in the industrial Connecticut River Valley. As always, I am your host Carrie, along with my co-host and founder of the Historical Tours of Greater Holyoke, Robert Como. Our Canal Days series delves into the vast array of the historical sites throughout Massachusetts, with Robert's expertise of the state's history as our personal guide. Each episode, we uncover pivotal historic locations and landmarks, delving into the seminal and monumental significance they hold within. Today's episode of Canal Days will be traversing the Chicopee Falls Canal in Chicopee, Massachusetts. So, can you divulge anything in the history on the Chicopee Falls Canal?
It started up very early on. In the year 1823, it was ready with a dam and a canal. That is very early because in 1822, the Ludlow Canal might have been the first power canal in western Massachusetts. It might have been even the first power canal in Massachusetts. Depends upon when the Lowell Canal was ready and who got their mills going first. So this canal in Chicopee Falls might be the third one in Massachusetts, power canal. And that is very significant because Massachusetts is the center of the American Industrial Revolution. They took over from the British Industrial Revolution. And that historically is incredibly important. So today we'll talk about the canal's arrangement and some of its mills and what's become of the whole area. But I'm also going to give you a breakdown of some of the most important events. All right, the first mill was 1825, functional, with a tunnel of water coming through, dumping the water onto its turbines, and go. Make power. Then it gained second and third mills next year. The Chicopee Manufacturing Company, which came in 1828, would stay a long time in Chicopee and really define Chicopee Falls. It wasn't a one-mill village because there was a lamb and a duria, but it was a very strong mill within Chicopee Falls. During World War, the First World War in 1916, Johnson & Johnson, yes, that Johnson & Johnson came to Chicopee, and they made bandages for World War I. The United States wasn't even in the war yet. They would go into the war next year, but they made a lot of bandages to send out to Europe. Then in 1927, that Johnson & Johnson builds in Gainesville, Georgia, a brand new mill, calls the whole village to Chicopee, and calls the mill the Chicopee Mill. Right? What a wonderful story that is. And that company still exists. It's now a subsidiary of the Berry Global. So the Chicopee Manufacturing Company still exists down in Georgia. Can you believe it? Even though if you walk around Chicopee Falls, you have no clue there used to be a big mill there and a canal.
And can you explain the arrangement of the canal?
Yes, I have two very old maps on my webpage, and it shows you how the canal system was made. The very strong power canal was right up near Front Street. It took water in from the Chicopee River and brought it along, and that was the water to distribute the water into the mill. Below them was a raceway. What that means is another canal which collects the water from the tunnels that have brought the waters under the mills, and it bring the water in towards the power turbines. By 1845 or so, gone were the overshoot water wheels, and in came the metallic turbines with fins that could be power even better. And you got mills coming in, and this beautiful map shows you each of those mills. Now, there was a second canal built right there too. It helped power two smaller mills that had their own power dam that would push water into its canal. And it put it into a couple of mills and then into its raceway. All right, and they would even, develop more mills and more powerways. And so if you look at the next map after that, my webpage, they show you the names of each of the mills. They show where each of the canals go. You can see that second canal is right next to the Lamb spinning mill. But the bigger upper canal surely powers a lot of the Chicopee manufacturing company. And you can see the raceway on that one. Okay, so this arrangement is wonderful. That arrangement was followed 9 years later when the Chicopee Center Canal was built in 1832. And it would be arranged two canals very similar to this, but without the raceways, because that canal was very much close to the river already, the Chicopee River, whereas this one went inland and then had its water distributed back in through races and then raceways themselves.
And stick around because we will be right back after these few words from our sponsor. Are you fascinated by local history and eager to investigate the obscure of the off the beaten path throughout the state of Massachusetts? Or maybe just seeking an unforgettable cultural activity for families and friends to enjoy? Look no further than Historical Tours of Greater Holyoke, founded by Robert Como. With over a decade of experience, Robert offers captivating tours and presentations of historic sites and landmarks throughout the state. Whether you're interested in canals, cemeteries, charming churches, or more, Robert's tours provide a unique and enriching experience for all. And that's not it. You can also schedule private tours tailored to your interests, ensuring a personalized adventure and unforgettable moments. Perfect for families or groups of all sizes, making an exciting hands-on learning experience that brings history to life. Simply visit hoyokecanaltour.org or email bobcat4214, capital B, at yahoo.com to book your private tour today. But wait, there's more. Don't miss out on Robert's podcast and video series, Canal Days, where you can dive even deeper into the vital history of the Connecticut River Valley. Plus, for those who may not be local or would rather enjoy on the go or from the comfort of their home, Canal Days brings the adventure right to your screen. So don't miss out. Uncover the pivotal past with Historical Tours of Greater Holyoke to make your own history with memories that will last a lifetime. Remember to log on to hoyokecanaltour.org for more information and secure your personalized experience today. Welcome back to Canal Days episode of the Chicopee Falls Canal. And can you inform us what some of the mills were on the canal?
Yes, I'll give you the name of some of them. One of them, the Duria Mill, made cars there. And this was the first gasoline-powered car in the United States. They took over some German innovations and made their own car. And they made it in Chicopee. They were centered in Springfield, but they had one of their plants up in Chicopee. There also was a Lamb spinning mill. And of note, they made not only some fibers, but they also made knit needles and made those needles right in Chicopee itself. And of course, there was the Chicopee Manufacturing Company, which made, of course, cotton. And then across the river, there was one manufacturing company that I often wonder if they took power in from the river on the other side of the river, because they're right next to the dam. And that was the Belcher and Taylor Agricultural Tool Works. And they took in power. Now, the mill that's left out there, which is Uniroyal, it was never on the canal, so that's why I don't talk about them.
And can you reveal what has become of the canal today?
Well, it's very hard to realize there was ever a canal there. All was filled in by 1935. All was abandoned by 1915. And you have a very flat surface. There was a levee or dike put up in 1940, which blocks the look out towards the Chicopee River. You can barely know that the river is there unless you go over the bridge. And the mills are long gone. They used to be on this canal. And most of the worker homes are gone. They used to have, I believe I counted them up, it was like 118 worker homes. Some with 2 units, some with 4 units. There was a lot of workers in Chicopee Falls. Those, except for one, are gone. And I know where that one is, and I went on a tour of Church Street in this area, and I was able to show the patrons on the tour where that last worker home is. It's about 200 years old, and it's still there. I'm not sure anyone in Chicopee knows it's there, but it's still around, so you can see its general shape still.
And thanks for listening to Canal Days and our episode on the Chicopee Falls Canal, and joining us on our journey through the rich history of the Connecticut River Valley. We hope you enjoyed uncovering some of the hidden and overlooked marvels and their fascinating stories that shaped our past and the state of Massachusetts. A special thanks to Robert Camus, founder of the Historical Tours of Greater Holyoke, for sharing his passion and expertise with us. And remember, you can find more information about Robert's tours, book private tours, and explore Canal Days video and podcast series at holyokecanaltour.org. And if you enjoyed today's episode, please like, comment, and share. We'd love to hear your thoughts and suggestions for future episodes. Until next time, keep exploring and discovering the history that is hidden in plain sight all around us. Thanks for listening, and don't forget to tune into our next episode of Canal Days and log on to holyokecanaltour.org. Until next time.